Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week session. I'm James Navé. Today I'm going solo. My creative collaborator, Allegra Houston, is on a river trip, northern New Mexico, going down the Chama, as they say. Today, as we do every Saturday morning on a Zoom call, we gather with a group of writers and we generate a piece of writing in 10 minutes. And we do that by way of an image that we present to the writers. They take a little bit of time, 2 minutes to be exact, and they generate words or phrases based on their emotional response to the image, maybe their intellectual response as well. Both combine to generate this list. So what I'd like to do now on this call is to give you that same experience. We'll start by offering you, and I say we because Allegra's here in spirit, but I'll start by offering you the image that we offered our people on the call this morning. So if you are ready, what I'd like for you to do is to take a pen and a piece of paper, and we like to write with a pen rather than typing it on the keyboard. So the pen is your magic wand into the things that you didn't know you knew. And so we begin by offering the image. And when the image comes up, I'd like to ask you to generate the words or phrases on the image, not linked up writing. And I'll time it for 2 minutes and we'll see where it goes. So here's your image now. You now have your own personal list, images and phrases that you created. Now, what we do on our calls every Saturday, we go around the room, the Zoom room, which is really not a room at all. It's more like the Zoom squares. And we ask people to give us a word or a phrase from their list. So what I'd like to do now is share the community list with you. Since you don't have anyone to work with, you now have our group to work with. So here's our community list. I'll read it, and as you follow along, jot the words down. If you can't get them all, that's okay. We'll offer you this list during the 10-minute timed writing. So I'll read the list now. Darkness follows. One last dream. Pucker. Flame out. Not puppy's breath. Blowing in the wind. Gratitude. Jazz. Great mystery. Gaze. Birthday. silence, what I hold on to, bending the flame, light me up every time you remember. Whispered wishes, flame dances like a Hebrew letter, flame extinguished, the kiss. Oddly lit, convent. So there you go. That's our list for today. And now it's your list. So next step, we're going to do what we do on our call on Saturday. We're going to generate 10 minutes of timed writing, or you're going to do that. I've already done it today. So you're now going to join our little tribe. And when people on Saturday do this work, they tend to lean into their imaginative interior rather than trying to generate something that's perfectly well done and is good writing, and you get a little bundled up in the rational perfectionism of it all. In this case, it's a practice into another arena, which is leaning into your imaginative possibilities and trusting that your rational mind will be with you on this journey. In fact, what you're doing here is letting your imagination generate material based on the list that you have. This is the list that I read from right here, and putting together fanciful things that will actually make sense later. So the idea behind this is to let your imaginative mind generate unusual circumstances, unusual combinations that then feed into the rational mind, your rational mind. The two combine in a collaborative dance and produce something that has energy, that the imagination understands, and also makes sense to the logical or rational mind as well. So that's what we're going to do right now. And so what I'd like for you to do is just to relax, write for 10 minutes, long, fast, slow, a little bit, or a whole lot. It's your style. It's your 10 minutes. One thing we all know for sure on these Saturday calls, and I guarantee this is what's happening right now with you, what you will generate has never been generated before. So off you go. 10 minutes begins now. So now you have a piece of writing, as I said earlier, that you didn't have before. And what we want you to do, what I'd like for you to do, is to read your work out loud. Why read the work out loud? Because the voice is part of the entire process that we work with. We always read our work out loud. After we finish writing, we go into Zoom rooms and everybody reads and listens. So this is your chance to experiment with the spoken word part of the writing process. And what you'll notice when you're reading aloud, you'll notice things that you could change. Now, when those things happen, and when you make that notice, keep in mind the things that you are becoming aware of that you can change on the page actually might be asking you to change them. So this is part of your creative process. This is part of the editing process. It's also part of just having a bit of fun with the voice, a bit of the storytelling, if you know what I mean. So put me on pause and you read out loud. So if you like what you read and you would like to share this with us, guess what? There's a way to do it. Go to imaginativestorm.com, and there you will find a link to our circle community. So here's Allegra with that explanation.
You go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll over to community, the Imaginative Storm community, inspiration and momentum, Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click on that, it'll take you further down the page, and then click here to go to the circle. It'll look a little different to you when you get there because you aren't signed in yet, but you make a username and password. It's free. And then you will get something like this. You go over here to Prompt of the Week. And here you will find all the prompts of the week that we have done for over 4 years now. That is a lot of weeks. And I will show you last week's as an example. So when you click on it, you will see the image that we used and the word list from Saturday and then from Thursday, and then what people wrote and commented on other people's writing. And then for you, you just go down to the bottom here, you'll have this thing saying, what are your thoughts? And you just type right in there, whatever it is that you wrote, and then click post.
So now you know how to enter the Imaginative Storm by way of our website. Also, if you have the time and would like to join us on Saturdays, we'd love to have you. Imaginativestorm.com, you'll find a link to the Zoom call. And the gathering on Saturdays, every Saturday, happens between 10 and 11 Mountain Time, 1 Eastern Time. And guess what? If you're busy on Saturday, we have a gathering on Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And we have groups from the group gathers from all over the world. And wherever you are in the world, you can come too, and you can lean into it. So thank you ever so much for practicing this. We really do appreciate it. I appreciate your attention, and we would love to hear from you. Love to see you on the call, and love to read your work on the circle. So thanks so much for participating, and more to come.